BOB-KN4HH. My name is Bob Bravo, Oscar Bravo. We're located near Atlanta, Georgia. Over.
Roger that, Bob. And what radio are you running today, sir?
We're running a Flex 6500 barefoot. Flex 6500 barefoot running about 100 watts. I'm using the exact settings that you just mentioned. I'm running 100, 2900, 2.7K, and just a little bit of compression, over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would just suggest that you look at your ALC and maybe pull back your mic level on your ALC. But our standard way of setup for the ALC is mic gain in hand and say the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in the Qso, and adjust your mic gain for 7 or 2/3, whichever comes first. And I know you've got a special circumstance in that radio you're running.
Well, actually, to be fair with you, I'm under adverse conditions. I'm running remote control. I'm using the SmartLink remote control software. So, quite frankly, my audio shouldn't be that good. I'm using an iPhone to control my 6500, and right now I'm using the iPhone microphone. So what I did, I moved it down to a 4, which would normally be, and I can see looking in my signal, I'm still a little bit hot, but I moved it from a 7 down to a 4, over.
Yes, sir. Pretty good. Why don't you give me about 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system there, and I'll look around for a better path. Right now I'm on my local antenna, but I've got a bunch of SDRs, so why don't you give me about 15 seconds and tell me about your antenna system.
Okay, I will do
your antenna system.
Okay, I will do that. And it tapers down to the corner of the roof of the house. I live in an HOA neighborhood, if you will. But it's actually a commercial antenna. It's made by My Antennas, and it's the model that runs from 75 meters to 10 meters. And in fact, I just did an SWR plot with my nano VNA, and it resonates on every band fairly well. So like I said, I don't have the amplifier on right now. If I need to, I'll bring it online, if that would help. So back to you, sir, from KN4HH.
Roger, HH. Well, I always prefer to listen to someone with their PA on, which gives me a much better idea of the EQ curve and all, because I could hear it so clean. You know, when you get down and get noise in the signal, your spectrum analyzer is not going to do you any good, and your ears are also tested because of the noise along with the audio. So it's just a lot better for me with the amp on, Roger. And after I said all that, there's some jerk up there on the PA SDR with a carrier. Sounds like he's headed for the moon.
Okay, very good. I do have the amplifier on now. I'm running 1,000 watts. Running 1,000 watts to you right now, over.
Roger, gosh. At first glance, it sounded just a little tight. I'm not real sure, but come back and tell me about the radio and what you like about your radio.
Okay, very good. Again, I'm operating under adverse conditions audio-wise. Again, it's a Flex 6500 transceiver driving a SPE, Sierra Papa Echo Expert, 1.3K linear amplifier, solid-state linear amplifier, 1,300 watts, into an end-fed half-wave antenna. It's a wonderful station. It really is. The Flex drives the SPE just perfectly. But like I say, audio-wise, I'm not really in the best position for you because I'm using my iPhone to control the radio. I'm also using the iPhone microphone, which is probably not the best. But I just checked, and I built a profile for the iPhone using the built-in equalizer, the Flex, and I've tended to accentuate the highs or roll off the lows a little bit, so I might have gone a little bit too far. Over.
Just a little bit. It sounds mostly upper mids, but it's intelligible, very intelligible, but it could probably use a little more bottom end. I have a spectrum analyzer on the set that will show you exactly what your audio is doing. It's tied to the output of the 7300, and it's like I say, it's on the set. Just a word about that spectrum analyzer. It has, as you move out from the center to the left, it has a white mark, and that white mark to the left is 100 cycles. And as you move out to the right, it has two white marks. The first white mark is 1 kc. The second mark is a black space, which is 2 kc. And so the second white white mark is 4 kc. Roger?
Okay, very, very good. Well, while you were talking, I moved the highs down. I reduced the amount of highs. Is this any better? Over.
Yes, sir. Now, if you really had something, say, up around that 2.7 for a little, articulation, a little more articulation at 2.7, if you could hype that about 3 or 4 clicks more from where you are, that would help, Of course, I don't know how much you're going to get at that frequency, with a cell phone, but I think you still could try that helpful 2.7 frequency, Roger.
Okay, there we go. I've moved it up even further. Over.
Yes, sir. It's a little sharper now for intelligibility. Like I say, but, what we were ideally looking for is that 2.7. It's above the upper mids. It's just kind of, adds a little silk to the top end of the treble articulation, Roger.
Roger, I understand. Actually, if I was at the station, I would go in and use the station microphone. I usually use a PR20, a Heil PR20 microphone is what I usually use. So, like I say, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm altering my audio profile for the iPhone, but normally I'd be on the Heil microphone. So I'm putting you at a disadvantage as well as me. But at any rate, I'm going to leave things the way they are here, and I'm going to contact you again one day, and I'll get a better setup with the Heil microphone. Over.
Yes, sir. Roger. Well, it sounds good for what you're doing there. It sounds really good. It's intelligible. And with the box, with the power amplifier, you're going to talk wherever you want to talk. And if you want to hear it and hear the difference between the earlier no PA and the later on PA, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and it'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3,000, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Well, that's wonderful. I really appreciate that service. I know a lot of folks do, and I thank you so much for your time. It's really been interesting. And I will definitely do that. By the way, I didn't give you a signal report. You're 15 over 9 into Woodstock, Georgia, which is about 20 miles north of Atlanta. It sure has been a pleasure. Hope you have a great afternoon. This is KN4HH.
Roger, Bob, 73, sir. You have a great afternoon and a beautiful weekend. If you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the KC9VKV Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.